their view is that kind of peace, justice, and opportunity for all. Evolution is the cornerstone of the humanistic philosophy. They believe in situation ethics, euthanasia, and right to suicide. Establish one world of government. They don't follow doctrine. Perceive with our senses and comprehend with our minds. Subject to change as knowledge and understanding. Science is the best way. Evolution, global freedom with responsibility and diversity. Approach life from a human perspective. Agree on basic principles, then on tentative conclusions about the world. Basically.
Maddie.
Okay. From the religious perspective, Elder Oaks talks about religious freedom, and he says, religious freedom has always been at risk. It was repression of religious belief and practice that drove the Pilgrim Fathers and their other descendants to the shores of this continent. Even today, leaders in all too many nations use state power to repress religious believers. The greatest infringements of religious freedom occur when the exercise of religion collides with other powerful forces in society. Among the most threatening collisions in the United States today are, first, the rising strength of those who seek to silence religious voices in public debates, and second, perceived conflicts between religious freedom and the popular appeal of newly alleged civil rights.
Okay. So now we're on to round 2. And Janelle, you make your argument, basically. And
Okay.
then argument.
Sounds good. So from the humanist perspective, we believe that the nature of the universe as depicted by modern science makes any supernatural or cosmic power unacceptable due to the fact that there's no scientific proof. And while we do not deny the possibility of supernatural realities, there's no proof from science or reason to support such theories. And then rather than working towards some unknown status of salvation, we believe that the main goal of our lives should be to complete the realization of our personalities and have that be our main goal in life, and to seek our human development and fulfillment. And rather than putting trust in a supernatural power, we encourage men to face the crises of life in terms of their knowledge and their reason. And reasonable attitudes will be fostered by education and supported by custom. And we assume that humanism will take the path of social and mental hygiene and discourage sentimental and unreal hopes and wishful thinking. So basically, we support those who use reason and logic rather than belief in an unproven God or supernatural power.
Okay. Are you done?
Yeah.
Okay. So for religion, we believe that freedom of religion is the cornerstone of American democracy. The American colonies were originally settled by people who, this is what Dallin H. Schultz said, by the way, who for the most part had come to this continent to be able to practice their religious faith without persecution, and their successors deliberately placed religious freedom first in the nation's Bill of Rights because they believed it was the most important. According to procon.org, there are approximately 313 different religions in the United States. And since 2014, 89% of Americans believe in some sort of higher power or God. We believe that the ability to practice religion is a basic human right that other countries have founded or tried to replicate their constitution. Sorry, I worded that word. So we believe that we have the right to practice religion as a basic human right, and that other countries have founded their own constitution to I worded this so weird, have used our own constitution to be a good reference to make their own constitution. Freedom of religion grants men the agency to use their freedom, but that every man also may stand accountable for their actions. This means that man has the ability to choose for what they want, but they have responsibility to their actions. This allows man to be part of the government and not have any kings or tyrants. Freedom of religion is really necessary for the unpopular minority religions because it gives them the voice. Usually government officials are more tolerant towards the practices of larger groups or voters, so they won't listen. This is why we have issues in debates and stuff where religion is not being listened to because it's not as, if it's a minority religion, then they're not being listened to. Sorry, lost my spot. When we allow freedom of religion, freedom of the press, and freedom of speech, we are allowing men to have power and keep from having political oppression. Having this freedom allows us to choose who is in power, and it helps relieve our nation from, I said earlier, kings and tyrants. And we are able to make the rules, and they're easier to keep because we're the ones making the rules. So now we're supposed to do cross-examination. So she says that's basically questions. I think you're supposed to like counteract it.
Okay, so Jill and Karen, what happens when there's something that can't be explained by logic and reasoning?
What do you mean, like can't be explained like by science or something?
Yeah, like just how.
I have an example of this. Can I help you?
Yes.
Yes, please.
Okay. So when they enacted the law to be able to divorce in the 1970s, they let people do it and without any repercussion or knowledge as to what was going to happen.
Really?
And they didn't find out until later in the 1990s when those children of the parents who divorced, that divorce actually affected the way those children grew up negatively. So how are you able to enforce a law like being able to divorce somebody if you don't know what the repercussions are? So another example of that for today would be, how can you allow gay marriage to happen and say that kids are okay being raised in gay families when those kids haven't grown up yet and we don't have the data to see if they'll be okay? Does that make sense?
Yes.
Where religion would say marriage is between man and wife, this is the facts that we know now. We can't say that about gay marriage.
Well, doesn't the humanistic view kind of look at it like that, kind of to each its own? That everybody has the right to choose whether they want to be married or not want to be married?
I think so, yeah.
I'm not sure. I didn't fully understand the humanist, honestly. Like, that's your guys' expertise.
Not really. It was dumped on us.
I was like, what? I don't know how to debate.
Yeah, it says man is at last becoming aware that he alone is responsible for the realization of the world of his dreams, that he has within himself the power for its achievement. He must set intelligence and will to the task.
Yeah, I don't know what that means.
I think it means that they just kind of like look at it as, that, like, I guess the religion point of it would be that we look at it like, we work together as in families and things, and and our success is not just our own. our success depends on like faith in God and things like that, where the humanist, it's all up to them and their own intelligence.
Okay.
Okay.
I mean, I'm not exactly sure that
Cross-examining
that's correct.
questions for that, to be honest. But that's Maddie's job.
Okay, nice answer. Do you guys have a question?
This is fun. Oh man.
Yeah, how did you get to Earth?
Get to Earth?
Yeah, how did you evolve?
Well, I just feel silly because we all know like this is what we believe, but anyway, we believe the religious people, or at least the Mormons. Well, I'm supposed to be like religious. Okay, so from a religious standpoint, we believe that God created the world and that we lived in heaven before we came down to earth. So we are created in God's image. I guess now I have to ask a question. Or how many do you think we do? Or
I don't know. It just says like 5 minutes. Oh wait, no, it doesn't even have a time. No, yeah, it does. It's 5 minutes.
okay. Okay. Let me think for a second.
I don't know how long we've been going.
Me neither. Well, since 6, but
Yeah. I think we got on finally at like 8:20.
okay.
So I think we're getting close, but maybe not.
Well, how do you explain miracles that happen? Are they just coincidence, like happenstance?
I don't think they believe that we believe in miracles. I think it's all, science. It's based on science, and it's evolutionary, and it's like a global thing.
Yeah.
And America would just be your approach on, like the human perspective, that it's just you yourself doing it by your knowledge and effort.
Okay. Well, that's a sad way to live.
I'm sorry.
Okay. Do we say that was 5 minutes?
Yeah.
I feel like I'm like this tyrant when we get on our video chat. I'm like, let's move on.
No, it's good.
Let's keep going. My husband's like, you're really abrupt when you tell him.
That's why we're all blessed to be in the same group. I think we all like that.
Yeah.
Like, let's just get this over with. Okay. So now we do a wrap up. Janelle, you do your wrap up and then I'll do mine.
Okay. So basically, just to summarize, humanists seek to protect people from the unproven beliefs in a supernatural power, unreal hopes, and wishful thinking. The main goal is to focus on what is good for the entire community rather than just the family unit, because the community plays a large role in the development of a child. And we hope to affirm a set of common principles that can serve as a basis for united action. And these are a vision of hope and of direction for a satisfying survival. Man will learn to face the crises in life in terms of his own knowledge instead of a supernatural belief that may or may not be true. And we encourage maximum freedom for different moral, political, religious, and social values in society. We believe that today, man's larger understanding of the universe, his scientific achievements, and deeper appreciation of brotherhood has created a situation which requires a new statement of the means and purposes of religion. And those are some of the driving forces behind the humanist beliefs and values.
Okay. In closing, I would like to say that there is a reason that our founding fathers worded the Constitution the way they did. They said, "We, the people of the United States. Citizens in the United States should have the basic human rights to freedom of speech, religion, and freedom of the press. When we allow the people to make those laws and policies instead of allowing our government system to do so, we are more willing and more likely to abide by those laws and rules and accept the consequences when we don't abide by those rules that have been established in this great country. Having the freedom to worship the way we want is what makes the United States of America so great." The end.
Yay.
Yay, it's done. And then we have to just do a wrap up quick. And hold on, what is that? Okay, so do you think the authors of your article were taking the moral high ground or making a moral statement? Why or why not?
I feel like Elder Oaks, Oaks, he was taking the higher ground because he talked about his point of view, but then he also said it's important to respect other people while not like diminishing your own beliefs.
Yeah, I agree.
I agree.
What about the humanistic side? I only briefly went over it. Like I didn't like go over it detailed like you guys probably did.
I think that it was more of making a moral statement because they seem to kind of subtly discredit a lot of the religious beliefs as far as like the creation goes and the existence of a God. They pretty much discounted or discredited any faith-based belief or type of behavior. And so they didn't really, support that or encourage it or like respect it that much, in my opinion.
Okay. Last question. That's funny. The last paragraph of the thing says, "Take the debate seriously and be professional throughout." Sorry. Okay, just because we laughed in the middle of it. Are religious folks the only ones with values and morals? Can morality exist without religion? Why or why not? I think morality can exist without religion, but I think because of religion, okay, let me rephrase, sorry. I think people who can have morals and not have a belief in a higher God. But I also think that it was religion who put morals into society and who put those expectations down. Have you guys ever seen the Christian movie, like God is not real or
God's not dead.
God's not dead? My husband's in the background. And that's how he wins the argument, is because the teacher believes that if he was cheating that he should be expelled from school, but that's like a Christian belief that thou shalt not lie. Anyway, that's just kind of how I see it, is that morals were established by religious principle, and that's why they're upheld now.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
Yeah.
Is that all? I think we're done.
Woohoo!
We're done. Yay.
Okay.
Hopefully that was in time for you, Janelle.
Yeah, that's good. Thank you, guys.
Alrighty. So did we decide if we wanted to do, I don't know if we have to meet next week. I'm assuming we do. But if we wanted to do Facebook or a blog, we're supposed to start talking about that. I guess we can email each other too. That's not a big deal.
Either way works for me. Would we have to create a Facebook page that has our different stance and stuff on it?
I think we're supposed to pick one topic and make a Facebook page about it.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's like the topics we've been doing our persuasive papers or whatever on, and then we just decide between the four of us whose we want to use, or we can continue to email about it. I just wanted to see if we wanted to do a Facebook page or not. Does everybody have Facebook?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes.
I just wonder because I only just got one in like September. Again, I had one, but then I deleted it for like a year and a half. So
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's
either
fine.
way works for me. Either blog or Facebook is fine.
Yeah.
Either way for me.
okay, I don't know which one's easier because obviously I'm getting for the easier road.
Yeah. I just don't know how a blog works, so I couldn't do the technical things. Because I tried to make one for another class, but it didn't work out very well, and the teacher said I could just do a Word document, so.
Understandable. Okay, well we can just email about it and decide what we want to do and what our topic we want to be.
Okay.
That sounds good.
See you guys.
Thanks.
Okay, we'll see you. Bye.
Bye.